Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. In this video I'll be recapping the events that happened in Star Wars Thrawn Ascendency Lesser Evil. Written by Timothy Zahn, Lesser Evil is the third and final book in the Thrawn Ascendency Trilogy. This recap does include spoilers. The trilogy takes place before we see Thrawn in Rebels and follows his career in the Chiss Ascendancy. Unlike prior Star Wars stories, this trilogy takes place in the unknown regions of the galaxy otherwise known to the Chiss as the Chaos. At the opening of Lesser Evil, it is a tumultuous time in the Chiss Ascendancy. The Chiss have been attacked externally by Yiv the Benevolent and his Nick-Ardoon dynasty. They have also recently avoided civil war when some of the houses were goaded into fighting over a fake Nyax mine by Haplif of the Angbi. These events are featured in the other books Chaos Rising and Greater Good respectively, and set up events in Lesser Evil. The mysterious Grisk leader Jixtus has been pulling the strings for both of these events to destabilize the various houses that make up the Chiss Ascendancy. Jixtus now allies himself with the Killjoy Illuminide, led by Generalis Nakir. The Killjoy are warlike people and believe in what they call enlightenment. Jixtus travels aboard Generalis's ship, the Whetstone, to put his plan into motion. Jixtus enters talks with various Chiss houses, such as the Myth and Klar, to offer them a valuable video clip. This video clip portrays a war game going on between the Chiss houses Dasklo and Zodlak. The information in that video could create huge rifts between rivaling houses, sparking war. Jixtus is willing to sell an extended clip to the influential Chiss families and offers his own ships in support. The Chiss are aware of Jixtus traveling the Ascendancy, but can't directly take him out since he hasn't actually acted violently. The arrival of Grisk has caused the Chiss Expansionary Defense Fleet to be recalled to defend the planets of the Ascendancy, just in case there is an invasion. Meanwhile, aboard Thrawn's ship, the Springhawk, his Skywalker Sherry has been having intense dreams. These dreams involve places she has never been, which the crew links to the passenger, the Magus. The Magus is an alien that touches the beyond to see into the near future. Thrawn had picked her up as a refugee and tasked with liberating her planet, Sunrise. She currently is in a hibernation tank as Thrawn figures out what to do with her. It is surmised that even in hibernation, she is connecting with Jerry's mind to create an even more powerful ability to see into the future. It is imperative that Thrawn get her off his ship before any harm can be done to Sherry. When they arrive at the Magus's safe drop-off point location at Rapak, there is a battle raging on. A Nick-Ardoon ship is facing off against two Killjoy ships. The Nick-Ardoon ship is actually an ally of Thrawn's, a Pakin named Ingali 4 Mokasa. They easily destroy one of the Killjoy ships as the other gets away. However, Thrawn does pick up Kalori, the navigator that he shares history with. Thrawn orders his next in command of the Springhawk, Samarco, to bring Sherry back to the Chiss capital of Silla. Meanwhile, Thrawn will take command of Ingali's ship to catch up to the escaped Nick-Ardoon vessel. Thrawn tracks the Killjoy ship to Sunrise, where there is also a large Grisk ship. Just before the battle begins, the Springhawk arrives on the scene. Skywalker Sherry went against the military's orders to instead assist Thrawn. Thrawn is able to fool the Killjoy ship into thinking it's being hunted down by the Springhawk. They manage to dock with the Killjoy ship and then board the ship to take it over and fire at the Grisk cruiser. The Grisk cruiser takes a lot of fire from both the Springhawk and the Killjoy ship before fleeing. Thrawn and the Pakians from Ingali's ship land on Sunrise and are able to liberate it from the Grisk soldiers in one night. Meanwhile, the Ascendancy has more and more conflicts between the houses and threat of civil war increases. The Klar, one of the 9 ruling families, does make a deal with Jixtus. Patriarch Rivlix is the one in charge and knows about the existence of a hidden Grisk armada. Thrawn goes to the planet Sibla, home to vaults of top-secret tools and weapons of the Chiss. He retrieves an object and claims that the device will be used against the Grisk after he lures them out. Thrawn decides that Sunrise will be the last stand of his conflict. However, before Thrawn departs Sibla, he is met with the Chiss Defense Force. There is now an order to bring Thrawn in for multiple reasons, making unsanctioned alliances with aliens, striking first in battles, amongst other offenses. Thrawn does get away and manages to persuade a few of his most loyal friends to join him at Sunrise, such as Captain Zinda and Admiral Arlani. Jixtus arrives at Sunrise aboard the Whetstone to find all the Chiss ships in the region dead in space. Thrawn contacts him from one of the derelict ships to buy himself time. As the rest of the Grisk armada arrives, they spread themselves out searching for any Chiss survivors. At just the right moment, Thrawn gives the order for all the Chiss ships to reactivate and get the jump on the scrambled Grisk fleet. The secret weapon in Thrawn's arsenal is the gravity well generator he brought from Sibla. The generator is installed into one of the gunboats. It disables the nearby Grisk ships from making in-system light speed jumps. However, that isn't enough, as the Grisk's massive ships are still enough to overwhelm the Chiss. Fortunately, Thrawn had planned for this and used the help of the aliens, the Vax and Garians, that owed him a favor. They were able to hide in an asteroid cluster to jump into the battle when the time was right. When Jixis knew that the Grisk had no hope of winning the battle, he self-destructed his ship along with any surviving Grisk ships. Before he blew himself up, he mentioned that the Chiss would not see the last of the Grisk, as this was just a small part of their overall force. The Magus was returned to her planet of Sunrise after the battle and deems no one besides her guardians, the Pkash, should be there. After the Magus was left behind on Sunrise, Shiri didn't have any more weird visions. Shiri and her caregiver Thalia settle in at a secret facility where Shiri will undergo analysis of her abilities. The ruling body of the Chiss, the Aristocra, is not happy with the risky methods that Thrawn took to defeat the Grisk. Even though he saved the Chiss from destruction, the Aristocra needed to reprimand Thrawn. Thrawn was forced into exile, but it was all planned. General Bakif, who is sympathetic to Thrawn, came up with a plan to make Thrawn a scapegoat, which in turn helped to ease tension between the warring Chiss houses. While in exile on the border of lesser space, Thrawn hopes to make contact with the newly formed Empire. He hopes to recruit their help against the Grisk. Lesser Evil ends with Thrawn being left on the same planet that starts off his adventure in the 2017 Thrawn novel. Interspace between the chapters are memory chapters that take place throughout Thrawn's early years in the military. They introduce Thrawn's departed friend Thras, who is there to guide him through the political arena of the Chiss Ascendancy. So that wraps up Lesser Evil in the Thrawn Ascendency Trilogy. What did you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. For more on Star Wars and Thrawn, subscribe to the channel to stay up to speed on all the upcoming content. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.
Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also included 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.